You're loud. Time to react to this insane fucking video, man. Holy shit.
I don't believe in people who look and dress up like voodoo dolls, lots of makeup, who have an evil agenda of corrupting these children.
These people that are coming after us truly lack empathy and sometimes even humanity.
My worst scenario will be my kids being converted to changing their bodies.
The trans, non-binary, queer kids today need to have a role model that isn't a drag queen or a pop star, just a normal person that is living their life out and proud.
Beautiful queen versus insane evil human being. And they're going to be, I guarantee in this video, they're going to be presented as equally favorable people. Equally as favorable.
Being who they are.
They're not fit to be in the community. They should be in mental institutions.
Yeah, like literally mental institutions. Talking about like...
This new old thing has taken over our society. Mockery.
Yes, equal mockery on both sides here. Saying that mental institution needs to be taken away from our society.
Relentless teardown of the other side. They're all hypocrites. They're all cowards. They're the enemy. To hell with them. The result? Relationships shattered, society split in half, with each of us taking sides.
One side is good and one side is bad. I know I don't have to clarify this often because everybody in chat knows, but fuck.
I wonder, is there even another way? I've been a peacemaker for 20 years. There's another way.
I don't think I'm going to watch the entire thing, but...
What do you think of trans people?
It's insulting to God, who is the creator of heaven and earth. He's our creator. And it's also mocking.
Not to say anything mean about her, but first of all, makeup scuffed. Second of all, teeth cracked.
Other people's culture.
And I know I shouldn't make fun of people's appearances, but beautiful queen.
I think trans people have the motivation to change the world the way it is and take it to a delusional world and not all of us are real.
Why would they want to do that?
I think they go through a lot of rejection in life.
And they change their gender in order to be accepted in the community?
Yes, maybe because the opposite sex rejected them.
What do you think of people who have these judgments of you?
I
want you people to be in concentration camps. Well, how do you feel about people who want you to be in concentration camps? Insane fucking... Oh, God, it's so fucking disgusting. It is so blatantly disgusting.
Comes from a place of fear that there are people that don't fit into this clear-cut man and woman.
And why would they fear that?
What's the like to dislike ratio on this?
Because it calls into question your femininity and your view of masculinity. And if a man is not a man and a woman is not a woman, and you can be on the spectrum and it's not just one or the other, then you have to question where you fit.
So, yes, exactly. Easiest thing for anybody on earth to understand, and then conservatives will refuse to understand that. I want you to be in a concentration camp, and I think you're evil. I think you deserve love and care and deserve to have the ability to question where you belong in the world.
We have theories about each other's motivation. Yeah. And we're not testing them yet. Would your world be better off without these people?
I think that my day-to-day life would be easier. I don't think the world would be better. I don't think the world would be better without my parents. I don't think the world would be better without differing
Infinite
views,
love
but it's
versus
hard not
infinite
to
evil.
feel
And I know I don't want to pause too much because I know I'm not going to watch the entire video, and I do actually want to get through a significant section of this. But oh, it is genuinely pretty fucking disgusting.
world would be safer, and trans kids' worlds would be safer if they weren't being demonized from a young age and harassed and forced into suicide.
Tell me about your nightmare scenario, your nightmare political scenario.
I've been seeing it coming, living in San Francisco, where they're trying to gayify our children. They're even calling them their children. Right now, I have what my kids are learning in school, that learning how to hate your body is going to get you into an Ivy League school. We've seen people getting jobs just because they identify as trans or
Never-
LGBT, but the
Never
system
happened
really
once
does
in
not
the
want to
entire
have
universe
the
of
D
anything
for
ever
the
happening.
transitioners. They don't want the D. So that's a fake life.
It's crazy to hear this in person. I know people feel this way, but it's crazy to hear it.
What would your nightmare political scenario look like?
Trans people being even forced even further into self-hatred and a closet.
I know it's hard to actually sit in this uncomfortable situation, but if you're willing, convince the other person that you're right.
We are rolling back all of these protections for kids in schools to actually have anybody to talk to about this, where their parents think they're evil or these thoughts are wrong. We're seeing the numbers already of trans youth.
Yeah, no,
Killing
dude.
themselves.
This Vixen, this
You
video
will
is about it.
never fully be a woman. The breasts are fake. You will eventually get breast cancer. You will eventually, I don't know if you had your
My breasts are not fake. I have real tits. They exist.
penis removed. This is all delusional. These kids, their long life is going to be cut short because of the big pharmaceutical companies who are benefiting from mental illness. I'm sure you started taking your depression medicine, anxiety, and all this stuff. I need my kids to learn about technology, AI, medical stuff, not this
AI. When was this video made? 7 months ago. Oh my god.
garbage that is being taught in school. It's never gonna help them be a human.
AI
being, a
is
smart person. They're just gonna grow up
crazy.
being dumb.
Are you convinced in any way by each other?
No. No.
Is chat not showing up on screen?
Yeah, never.
I just realized chat might not be showing up on screen. Can you type?
I live in the city, so
But here's a real person. Here's a person.
Yes.
How do you feel?
beautiful, but living a fake life. And eventually, they do end up committing suicide because they don't get the happiness they're looking for.
Trans people have existed
Jesus fucking Christ.
forever. You can look back in any culture and see that we have existed. People in your past, your ancestors, have been in between genders. We are always here. We're going to continue to be here. And I don't want to pretend I'm anything but a trans person.
That never existed in my culture, nor in my world growing up. I actually used to get punished for being, playing with boys.
Okay, so you're just a closeted fucking queer person. Jesus, man. She's like, I have infinite empathy for you. I love you. People deserve love. And then this fucking chopped ass.
Games. Boys were boys.
And then she's like, I hate you and I want you to suffer and die.
We were punished for doing anything else. Do you see how we're
Putting
strict?
lipsticks and all that, you will get punished because that's girl stuff.
But you were playing roughhouse with boys, and you weren't allowed to do that. Was that fair?
It was because it shaped me. They were showing me about femininity. I was being groomed to be a wife, a woman, and not a tomboy. Just a man. I was not being groomed to be a man.
Infinite empathy versus infinite hatred. What the fuck, dude?
You're literally a genetically modified man. You're fake.
Every single person is shaped by hormones.
Yes.
You are shaped by hormones as
Yes.
a child. How do you know what my brain was like? There's been studies on trans people's
Fake
brains.
And I don't, and I appreciate her for bringing these points up, like, oh, third gender type people, historically trans people, and I think like when you're talking about like brains and like all the scientific stuff, I think while it's effective for some people, that'll never get to somebody like her. I think what you have to say is people should have the right to choose, infinite choice. You have the right to choose what you want to do. You shouldn't be able to impose on people's right to choose. And if you think so otherwise, you need to, I'm sorry, remove your right to vote.
That is because they get funded by big pharmaceutical companies.
So do you think
No, they don't. That also doesn't happen very often. Early preliminary studies are mostly happening in universities.
trans and gay people should be killed?
They should not, but they should have the right information of being who they are, you know.
Not being who they are.
No, of who they should be, you know, who they are. I mean,
You should tell them who they should be.
not the real
Who makes the
story.
rules on who is who?
When you talk to the Americans who love and patriotic, MAGA, they just want to make America great. They never used to have this nonsense.
This is a really good place to transition, okay?
Woke?
I give you guys a lot of credit for going through this conversation because it ain't about
Family. What else is beautiful to you?
I have amazing friends. A majority of your family, friends, are they people in the LGBT community?
A large part of my friends are straight and cis, and I find that as I continue to live my life as a woman, I have more in common with people, with women who date men than with the gay communities. Most of the time, I actually just don't feel gay. I'm a woman who loves a man
Woke. Based?
and wants a family.
So your boyfriend is a straight man?
Yes.
Yes.
That is how that works.
He's never dated anybody outside of cis women before.
cis means, you know what cis means?
It means that your birth sex matches your gender identity, how you feel inside.
All right.
So basically anybody that's not trans.
Okay. So why do we need to learn all this?
Well, it's easier than saying somebody born a certain way that feels a certain way.
I feel like it's unfair because why do they have to transition using my taxpayers' dollars?
What I'd
This has never happened once before in the universe of things happening.
like is for each of you to have an opportunity to be known.
Also, I don't care if my tax dollars are going to healthcare for infinite people. I want that to happen.
Children. Sometimes I'll travel home, he'll refuse. And so I think it was the trauma of mommy's gone. I don't have my kids.
And then losing her, and then
My dad was my best friend, and to have him look me in the eye and just tell me he hates this person that I am it shattered my entire world.
you told them and they had this your dad had this reaction, and there you are.
Yeah.
How does it end? Does your dad walk away? Do you walk away?
I just remember sitting across the room from both my parents, crying and wanting to be held. This was the start of my parents not loving me anymore for who I am. I knew it was the start of that. I saw
Gave her the phone at the back of the ambulance and she took her last breath. I was driving on top.
I think I don't like the idea of perceiving both of these as rational actors. As regardless of the outcome, she infinitely more irrational at the beginning than she was. Is Chad not showing up on screen?
Okay. You were saying that you fear that
There it is.
this movement of trans people and genderqueer and LGBT movement is going to force your kids onto a path of harm.
Yeah, because remember, my children are Africans and they have a culture, they have a heritage. When my children were coming to America, my dad told them, do not leave your culture, never forget where you come from.
So this is in service or out of care for your father.
One of the younger son carries his name.
What if that breaks? I want to understand the consequence.
It breaks the lineage.
And what's the problem with that?
It's a curse. A lot of people who have done that, they die mysteriously. They live very bad lives. There's a very famous guy called Brian Chira, and he did face a lot of ridicule from the community, which I was feeling sad. He was a gay boy. He just wanted to be accepted. And when he died out of a motorbike accident, the grandfather refused to have him get buried in the land because it was a curse.
And doom them and your family as a whole and split you apart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she understanding you?
Yes.
And what's that like?
I mean, it feels good.
They're being parented from their school instead.
I think that you connected deeply.
Incredibly problematic for you.
And that it's public school.
Yeah.
And that she can't bring her children out of public school because she doesn't have the resources to do that.
Yeah. I can see how that's
Pansexual, aromantic, FTM, F2M, MTF, M2F, gender binary, gender fluid, gender nonconforming, homophobia, intersex, MSM, meaning men, sex men, WSW, meaning women, sex women, transgender, questioning, allies, two-spirited, advocate, androgyny.
Okay, why are we listening off?
Bi-curious.
Why are we listening off fucking woke words?
Sense of belonging.
And I want to share it with you, not to convince you of anything,
sure.
okay? But just so you can see.
I really can't be skipping around.
I mean, it feels good to just understand the emotions.
I am way too
By the
fucking
end of the
ADHD.
day, it just, all of us are coming from a point of love, humanity, and we've been so divided in the modern world. So it feels good when someone looks at the world through my eyes.
She brought something, and I want to share it with you, not to convince you of anything,
Sure.
okay? But just so you can see what she believes is an assault.
So this is what I came across my children. My 15-year-old, he learned this when he was 14, just getting into the first semester for his 9th grade. He came
So when you're learning sex education.
and told me, Mom, they're showing porn in school. It was a
Oh. I should have predicted the moment I recognize this as sex education, they're going to be like, oh, they're showing porn in school.
movie of two boys kissing, all that. And the subject was sex education. He had come from Kenya, and he's a teenager where the hormones are all over. He's trying to get a sense of belonging and not be separated from his friends, his new friends. And he was rushing out of this to go to school, and a bunch of these papers fell. And I said, oh, let me see. And I almost lost my mind. The paper is called sex unit terms.
So the terms that the kids are asked to understand both definitionally and in different scenarios is sexual orientation, sexual preference.
Wow, should we learn the definition of words? And that's evil.
FTM, F2M,
Another woke terms.
MTF, phobia.
Background on top of that, I can see so many of those being incredibly problematic for you.
And that it's public school.
Yeah.
And that she can't bring her children out of public school because she doesn't.
You shouldn't be allowed to. I don't like the idea of privatizing schools, and I hate homeschooling. Granted, public school isn't great right now,
have the
but
resources to do that.
Yeah. I can see how that's terrifying.
There's an app the kids are told to use where they can meet gay and trans partners. Grindr.
never once in the world of things happening have your children ever been told to, in school, use Grindr. I promise you that it's never happened in the universe of things happening.
They talk about that in school?
Yeah, they're given those options and meeting them at the park.
You feel that you're losing the ability to parent your
She absolutely saw that. The fact that politicians can send their kids to private schools while actively sabotaging, sabotaging public education is so fucking insane. Yeah, that's kind of the point of private schools. It's literally the point of privatizing schools is to sandbag public education.
children, and they're being parented from their school instead.
Also, never in the universe of things happening has your children ever been told to use Grindr in school.
I think that you connected deeply. Those words really.
And then we never bring up, like, never calling her out for completely using misinformation.
Yeah, wow.
We are used to using very strong words fighting the people who are taking away our parental rights and clustering people like Eve who love who they are, in the same boat. And so, I don't see her as evil. But when I'm doing my advocacy, that's the word that I use.
Yeah.
But it's not supposed to be used on her.
I feel like we're both being trampled together.
Yes.
Different sides.
Yep.
We're both being used as the enemy. I think you have every right to raise your children exactly how you feel.
I disagree. I'm sorry. I have a different opinion on raising children. I think the role of raising children is to the community and the people around them. Parents play a vital role in that, but they are not the sole caregiver. If children just got raised by their parents, the world would have fallen apart decades ago.
With whatever history and ancestry and religion that you deem necessary, and that makes me really sad to hear. I didn't really know that.
Yeah, spiritually, emotionally. And I've seen the consequences of parental curse. And every day I pray to God and I say, God, well, let it happen. They deserve a good life. I want to be the best mom. And that's my legacy.
Okay. I want to ask Eve, and then we're going to move to another piece of this. Is there more that you'd like her to understand?
I think what I want you to understand from my point of view is that I was never happy until I accepted who I was.
Meeting Eve, she's a human who wants to be who she wants to be. And I would drink from the same cup as her. I don't see her like this demon that, has been created. But the agenda has just been wrong. You live in the city?
I'm about to move to San Francisco.
I mean, that's the best.
I can't wait. Do you go to Outside Lands?
Yeah, I love it. So I love the events. I love this vibrancy of the city, and
This is cute.
to enjoy my
This
own
is
nighttime
cute.
reading.
I can't deny that I get a little bit of a smile on my face when I see stuff like this, but also at the same time, they're framing them as equally,
I love the
like,
weather.
rational.
San Francisco is the only city I can wear boots the whole entire year.
Always dress cute.
Yeah.
You can always wear a little jacket. You get to wear layers. It's incredible. Yeah, it's great.
Are you still grounded in praying?
I still pray. I still believe in God. I probably would say I don't believe in the same God as my parents. I don't believe in the God that, told the Israelites to rape and pillage. I believe in Jesus' message. It's about love, and it's about acceptance.
Just wondering, who is this God? What does he really want?
In this last exercise, the goal is to bring you even deeper into each other's experience. That's why you're sitting in each other's seats. And what you're going to do is you're going to speak on the other person's behalf. You're going to present what they want the other side to hear. I'm not asking you to believe it. I'm just asking you to occupy those. The similar life thing is, for me,
Bridge to some.
a lot of people who wouldn't, particularly on an issue like this.
Take anything away or make anybody do anything they don't want to do or don't feel comfortable with. Trans people do not need much. Just the same care and respect that you would give to any other human. And that separated me from people in high school. But I did not have a problem.
What
that
belief, why it matters to you. Who is willing to essentially play the other person for a moment first?
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll go first. I would like Eve to hear and understand that as a parent, I have a right to my history and my culture and my religion. I feel stuck and trapped knowing that I don't get to be the person that raises my child, and I don't want them turning into something that they are not.
What I hear you, Nancy, saying is that you want to be in total control of what your children are learning in school.
I believe it is a curse and a generational death sentence in a way, in order if they are forced on a path that they did not choose. I'm concerned that my kids in a vacuum would be straight and on the path that I put for them. I want my kids to be educated and know options. I don't want them to be tricked.
So you want transparency with no sneaky games.
I would do anything
The way
to
she
protect
said
them
sneaky games was
and
very
myself
cute.
from any more loss, because I can't take it anymore. I don't want any more suffering in my family and any more loss.
This is the only thing she has left in life that gives her meaning to live.
So I want to switch roles. Eve, what do you feel like they don't fully understand?
We are born different, and we are still humans regardless of who we choose to be, and we deserve love and respect from the community and our family.
Eve said people are born different and they don't have a choice in the matter.
With everything that I have gone through, I attempted suicide because I was not accepted by people who claimed to love me. I would have preferred to have my family spend birthdays with me. I miss them.
Wow. So you can see the impact you're having.
I turned into...
No, yeah, that's going to make me a little sappy, but...
One is you embodied the other person. The other part of the experience is that you watch the other person.
Lives, and to feel the powerlessness.
Oh my god, she's so short. I didn't realize this. Partisans on both sides are going to watch this video.
They're going to watch this video. Some are going to be angry. They'll think their woman was manipulated. In understanding the other side, she was basically tricked into condoning their evil.
I don't think that happened on my side at all.
And
I don't think that happened on my side at all. I feel like part of parenting is allowing your child to grow beyond yourself and letting go of the need for absolute control. Yes.
feel the love, and I want to just share it, and I'm glad it was us.
Right.
I'm called the peacemaker because I'm the person in this role.
Nancy,
Yeah.
can I give you a hug?
Yes, thank you so much. You were amazing.
Partisans on both sides are going to watch this video. Serves to consume us and build nothing. Yeah, we've each chosen a side.
I'm sorry, but when beginning of the video, she was like, we need to eliminate trans people. We need to send them to camps. We need to have them educated and changed. And what was her name? Nancy? What's this beautiful woman's name?
Was manipulated.
Who might go through this?
Partisans
Eve.
on
Eve. Eve is like, I want everyone to have love and compassion and be kind to people. It didn't be confused section where they spoke at each other's power of connection, comprehension, conversation. I just wish her existence wasn't a debate. And I'm sorry, I don't know anything about Nancy, but people that share her views, man, I'm sorry, they have to get shamed out of them. This will not work with 99% of people that share Nancy's views. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. I was groomed to be a wife. They're teaching kids grinder. She thinks the government's trying to make her kids trans, but I think MAGA is profiting off of her fears of losing her kids again. And that's even worse. True! I think this is just a free therapy session for Nancy to, confront her fears, but we need to stop, believing, and I'm sorry, but we need to stop believing that both sides are rational actors. Because the way that started, she was talking about AI. Like, come on. Are we fucking serious? No disrespect to Nancy, but it was pretty clear that Eve was the initial rational actor and had to be kind. Eve had to make sure she was being respectful and kind to Nancy, who was not being respectful or kind at first, to get Nancy to change her views, which should not be how it is. Should not be how it is. We need to shame people out of... I'm sorry, but people need to get shamed out of believing bad things like this. Good things are good and bad things are bad, and people need to get shamed out of bad things are bad. I mean, I feel like you guys chat understands what I'm talking about, right? Do you guys understand what I'm talking about? It really is a debate of wanting to exist versus declining the other of that, right? Yeah, literally. And I think framing as declining the other of that right as rational is completely fucked up. Arguments, politics, cartoon. There's this image I saw the other day. This, not this specifically, but and not everyone punched is a Nazi. Mr. Right, what is the worst thing? You know, forced child separation, inhumane identification camps, and mass shootings inspired by the violent rhetoric of highest elected leaders. Some of our extremists punch people, and not everyone is. What's the worst thing you do? Forced child separation. Yeah, believing that try to be bipartisan is insanely evil. I'm sorry, it just is. It is insanely evil. I saw it on Twitter. Let me find it. I think I liked it. I'm trying to find a specific image. Let me go to my likes. Oh, speaking of what, I know we talked about this earlier in stream, but I did want to show this little clip real fast. People on the left are mad at ICE for deporting children and separating them from their families. People on the right, this is people on the right.
Get here, guys. We need you in Minnesota. These people are fucking terrorists. Patriots, get out here. We need the backup. And all you liberal commie motherfuckers, keep your hands to yourself or you're gonna get hurt today, all right? We executed one of you yesterday. We executed one of you yesterday. You understand that? We executed one of you yesterday. Don't get hurt. Don't get hurt.
You're just talking to white supremacists.
You guys keep playing stupid games.
I appreciate you, girl, but Jesus fucking Christ. I also can't find the image I was looking for, so I guess we'll end off the segment there, but fuck, man. Treating both sides as rational actors when this is the other side.